God bless everyone. Sammy Dees in the comfort of my home, not in my car today. I'm home. And I want to read to you from a book here, and I want to share with you a brief thought that I believe will encourage you and build you up in the faith of God. This is called The Little Book of Positivity. Possible. Things are possible to those that believe. You have to think positive to think that things are possible to those that believe. Let me read from Philippians chapter 4, verse 11. The Apostle Paul is in a prison, and he says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Todo lo puedo en Cristo que me fortalece. And I want to read this thought to you. Listen to this. You can have anything you want if you will give up the belief that you can't have it. ¿Ah? Que lo haré otra vez, que me quite el sombrero. Está bien. No voy a quitar. Para sonar mejor. You can have anything. Anything you want. If you will give up the belief that you can't have it. Now, when we talk about you can have anything, we're talking about positive things, healthy things, good things, cosas buenas, saludables. Usted puede tener cualquier cosa si usted cree. You can have anything if you give up the belief that you can't have it. And there's a lot of people that don't believe they can obtain certain things or have certain things. Hay mucha gente que no creen que pueden lograr tener cosas buenas, cosas positivas, cosas saludables. Y ahí se quedan estancados. La palabra que usamos en Puerto Rico. Me imagino que usted la conoce. You can have these things if you only give up the belief, I can't have it, I can't do it, I can't accomplish it. And you tie your hands up and you'll never get to do it. Now the scripture we read in Philippians chapter 4, I can do all things through Christ. A través de Cristo, que me da la fuerza. Let me share some things that I have accomplished in life that I never thought that I could accomplish. Let me share with you briefly. First of all, I grew up in a very rough neighborhood, Williamsburg, the South Side. And it was a small neighborhood. You only went from South 1st to South 9, covered about 9 blocks, maybe 5 blocks wide and long, altogether 15 blocks. And I was always stuck in that neighborhood. I never got out of the neighborhood. Siempre estaba ahí, todos los días. Y uno de los deseos míos, one of my desires was to travel. I never thought I could. Never thought I could travel. Cuando me convertí a Cristo, when I became a Christian, I gave my heart to Jesus. I've traveled a few countries, and I traveled at least half of the states of America, the United States. I've done a lot of traveling. I've traveled so much that I got tired of traveling and said, I don't think I want to travel anymore. I travel by plane. I travel on the road. I've traveled so much. I got tired of it. But at one time, I never thought I could. When I gave up the belief that I can't do it, that's when I was able to do it. Another one I'll give you is retirement. I started working as an addiction counselor in 1981. Comencé a trabajar como consejero de los adictos en el 1981. Yeah, yo nunca me voy a retirar. I'll never retire. It's too far. And less than 5 years ago, I retired with a full pension and Social Security. En menos de 5 años me retiré con una pensión y con seguro social. I was able to retire. Of course, you got to work. But when I gave up the idea that I can never retire, time went by so fast that I'm now retired. I'm retired, I'm not for hire, and I'm not expired. I still got a lot of strength in me. Woo! Another one was a new car. I never thought I can get a car, period. I've had about 12 cars in the time that I've been driving, 55 years at least. And I've had at least 7 brand new cars. 7 carros nuevos, out of the box. Boom. Fuera de la caja, carro nuevo, llévatelo. I never thought I could. When I gave up the belief that I can't, that's when I was able to do it. I'm saying this as a testimony. I'm not trying to show off. I'm not trying to prove that I'm better than anybody. I'm just letting you know that when you give up the thought that you cannot do it, that's when you're able to do it. I've had these cars and I used them for the glory of God, to take people home, to drive people from my church to one place to the other, pick people up at the airport, take them to the airport. God has blessed me. When I started to believe that He was able to do it. What is your belief or unbelief? I had a bleeding also when I came to the Lord. I was hospitalized twice. I collapsed on the floor, boom, in the streets. Rushed to the hospital, so you got a bleeding also. When I came to Jesus, I confessed my healing, went back to the doctor some time later, and he said, you got the stomach of a baby. There's nothing wrong with your stomach. God healed me. I believed that God was able to heal me. I did drugs. I shot dope all over my arms. The 60s and 70s. I never caught a disease. God kept me from getting any disease. God is able, because we can do all things to Christ. And when you have the belief that I'm able, that I could do it, that I can accomplish, that I can get whatever I want, that is pure, that is healthy, and that is good for me, you can do it. You just have to believe that you're able to do it. God will enable you if you are able and make yourself available. Another thing that I never thought I had was the joy of the Lord. Before I came to the Lord, I was bitter, I was angry, frustrated. When I came to Jesus, He put His joy inside of me. And I don't know about you, my friend, but I walk in the joy of the Lord. I see people's faces. I talk to people in the street that they're very frustrated. They have to do some drugs. They have to drink some liquor to feel good. That's only temporarily. And I feel the joy of God. I'm filled with the joy of the Lord. That's why Nehemiah the prophet said, the joy of the Lord, the joy of the Lord, the joy of the Lord is my strength. I get strength from God's joy. I feel the joy of God. That doesn't mean you go around laughing all the time. I do love to laugh and make people laugh, but it means that you have joy in the midst of misery, in the midst of hardship, in the midst of hard times. There's a joy inside of you, unshakable, unmovable, and the Spirit of the Lord is filled with glory, and He gives you His joy. Yo tengo el gozo del Señor. El gozo del Señor, mi fortaleza es. Ting, ting, ting. I have the joy of the Lord. Peace. I never thought I can get peace. My mind was messed up, confused. All kinds of junk in my head. But when I came to Jesus, started reading His Word, started believing His Word, started studying His Word, I have peace of mind. Mi mente está en paz. Qué bueno tener la paz de Dios. The peace of God that surpasses all human comprehension. Things happen and you still have peace. People are wondering why you have peace, because it passes all human comprehension. People can't understand that you have the peace of God. You made peace with God and you have the peace of God. So you can do these things if you just believe that you could and give up the unbelief that you can't. Have love. Tengo amor. Tengo amor para Dios, amor para las almas, y me amo. Yo me atiendo bien, yo me cuido. Love. Powerful, powerful, powerful emotion. Love. Qué bueno estar enamorado con Cristo. It's good to be in love with Jesus. Some other things I have. Listen, I have a good church. I'm visiting. I'm not sure I'll become a member yet, but if I do, either way, good church. Some good pastors, una buena iglesia, pastores tremendo. Oh, son hombres, mujeres de Dios. Y yo le doy gracias al Señor que estoy en un lugar donde debo de estar. Un lugar bueno, good place, good church, good pastors, men and women of God. I follow them as they follow Jesus. Yo los sigo a ellos mientras ellos sigan a Cristo. I have a good church. I love my church. I love the pastors, the leaders there. Yo amo mi iglesia y los líderes, los miembros. I have a good church. Another thing that I have is I'm friendly. I was never a friendly guy. I was always violent and wild and crazy. Soy una persona amistosa. Antes yo era un loco, retardado, haría rematado. I'm friendly today. I talk to people, I shake people's hand, I hug people, I laugh with people. I never thought I could be friendly. When I gave up the idea that I can't be friendly, I became friendly. Friendly. Friendliness is good. If you want friends, show yourself friendly. So I have friends, and I show myself friendly. Clothes, ropas. You know, when I was a kid, I always dreamt about having a lot of clothes. I always wanted a dress. I used to go by clothes stores, and I used to stand in front of the window and say, man, I like that shirt. I like that suit. Look at those pants. I never thought I can get that. Never. You see, it's one thing to be broke. It's another thing to be poor. I had a poor mentality. Being broke is temporary. You can have money today and lose it tomorrow. You can have no money today and have some tomorrow. But being poor, yo tenía una mentalidad pobre. That's different. I never thought I can have clothes. You know that a few years ago, I started giving away a lot of my suits. You know how many suits I had when I was working? I had 250 suits. Yeah, you heard it. 250, 250. I counted them. I had a big closet, a walk-in closet. And I counted them. I had all kinds of suits. I had the brown family, I had the blue family, I had the green family, I had the white family, I had the black family, I had the beige family. I have all kinds of suits, shoes. I had over 140 pair of shoes. I had two-tone shoes. I had all kinds of colorful shoes, three-tone shoes. I had pink shoes. I had striped shoes. I had brown shoes. I had black shoes. I had all kinds of clothes. You're saying, Sam, what's your purpose? You're showing off. I'm trying to tell you that when you give up the idea that you can't have these things, that's when you can have them. I had a lot of clothes because I desired to have a lot of clothes. I didn't rob no bank. I didn't rob no store. I didn't get them from the Salvation Army. I worked. I put some clothes on layaway, and I bought a lot of clothes. And you know what I did one day? I said, I got too much clothes, I don't need them. And I started giving them away to people in my church. I gave 14 suits to one person, 15 to another one, 20 to another. I just got rid of them. Salí de toda mi ropa, las regalé. ¿Quién quiere ropa? Mira, ¿qué tamaño tú usas? Toma. I gave them all away. I stayed with a few, like 70. And that's a little bit too much too. I don't work anymore, so I don't have to wear suits, but I had a lot of clothes. Every time I went to work, somebody said, another suit? Tenía ropa. Ese era el deseo mío. Y te estoy dando un punto, que lo que tú quieras, que sea saludable y bueno para ti, tú puedes obtenerlo. Deja el pensamiento de que no puede. No use ese pensamiento. No puedo. Tú puedes. Todo lo puede en Cristo que te fortalece. I had a few houses. I lived in one in Long Island when I was married. We had a house, and we had two houses. I had one in East New York, under my name, my house, and then we had another house for ex-offenders, people coming from prison. We ran that place for several years, about 11 years. God gave me these things, gave me the idea to accomplish these things. And now I have a beautiful place to live for seniors. It's beautiful. Look at these windows. Mira, ahí está mi carro. Lugar bello, bonito para mí. Yo estoy cómodo aquí. Yo estoy bien. I feel comfortable here. I'm living good here because I believe I can obtain it. I had help. My friend Brenda helped me a lot. She filled out applications. She put my name down on a lottery, and before they know it, bing, bang, boom, they called me. I had Cheryl help me. I was able to stay in her place till I got this place. People have helped me. People deposited into me. I have a lot of people that love me. I never had that. La gente me sacaban el cuerpo, pero ahí viene esta cucaracha. Y ahora la gente me ama. People love me. Now let me show you some more things. I'm living good. Tengo salud. Fui al médico el otro día y me sacaron 9 tubos de sangre. No sé, la gente saca tanta sangre, 9 tubos. They took 9 tubes of blood. I said, what's so much blood? We're going to check for everything. I said, well, I'm going to check for dandruff. When I got the report, he said, tú estás bien, everything is fine. Your heart is fine, your liver is fine, your kidneys are fine. Everything is fine. Todo bien. A la edad que yo tengo, doctor me dijo, you know, for your age, you're in very good health. la edad que tú tienes, for your age, he says you're in very good health. You know what? I do my exercises, man. I exercise. Lo mejor ejercicio que tú puedes hacer. You exercise, you stay in shape. Doctor told me, you're in good shape, your health is good. No sé lo que viene mañana, I don't know what can happen tomorrow, but he told me, you got nothing. Thank God. Let me give you a few more. Education, I couldn't read. Yo no podía leer, yo no sabía leer. I started reading at the age of 27. I never thought I could read. I never thought I could read a book. When I gave up the idea that I can't, that's when I was able to do it. And I read a lot. Me paso leyendo. Let me read that again. You can have anything you want if you will give up the belief that you can't have it. Eso se forma ¿cómo se dice? Un castillo, a stronghold, una fortaleza en tu mente. Cuando tú dices, yo no puedo. When you say, I can't, I don't believe I could, that's a stronghold. It takes over your mind. When you get rid of that stronghold through the power of the Spirit of God and the Word of God, then you're able to say, I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me. And you can obtain that, whether it's a bank account, money in the bank, a house, whatever it is you want, things, substance, but most of all, the love of God, the joy of the Lord, the peace of God. You can have a relationship with God. You can have a relationship with your children, your spouse. You can have friends in your life. These things are available to you when you start to believe that I can get these things, I can accomplish these things, and you will have them. They come to you. They pursue you. I never thought I could play an instrument, and I play a few of them. Amateur, but I'm still learning. It comes to you, it attracts. Esto viene de ti. Dios lo manda de ti. David no creía que podía con el gigante, pero Dios, sí, yo puedo. El Dios que yo le sirvo, él puede. David said, I may not be able to take this giant down, but the God I serve is able. And he ran towards the battle, hit the giant, ran the forehead with a stone, and he knocked him down and killed him. You can have these things if you say to yourself, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, and I believe that these things are meant for me, and I will attract them. Créelo. Créelo. Créele a Dios. I challenge you to believe God. I dare you to believe God. Believe God. So I couldn't read, but I got my GED after 3 tries. And then I went to Bible college. I was one of the first in my class. I was one of the smartest. I was top in my class for a guy that couldn't read. I directed a prison ministry for 35 years. I didn't think God can use me. 35 years preaching in the prisons upstate, death row, different countries, Rikers Island. God used me mightily. Dios me usó para predicar el evangelio. Dios te puede usar. Tú puedes hacer estas cosas. You can accomplish these things. Bing, bang. And a big time, boom. If you decide that you want to do it, you can do them. I want to encourage you. Deja esa mentalidad. Yo no puedo. yo no sé cómo, no tengo la habilidad. You can do this. Tú puedes. En el nombre de Jesús. Padre, yo pido oración por todos los que están oyendo este video, que tú les des fuerza, fortaleza, sana, libertad, bendícele. Father, I pray for anyone listening to this video that you strengthen them, that you give them the ability to accomplish the things they want to accomplish for your glory and honor. I pray this prayer in the mighty name of Jesus.